Okay, so I've been wanting to do a video on Trump's first 100 days in office as it pertains to the LGBTQ community, and GLAAD has actually done a really good job of summing that up. So I'm going to read to you some of the things that they have summarized about, and this is just some of the stuff that the Trump administration has done to attack LGBTQ people since January. So, since he took office at the end of January, GLAAD has documented at least 255 attacks against LGBTQ people in policy and rhetoric. Among his first official acts was to sign executive orders targeting transgender people, spreading harmful and inaccurate rhetoric that ignores the existence of intersex people and centuries of gender diverse people across world cultures. And some of the things that Trump has done that they list out include nominating vocally anti-LGBTQ advisors to his cabinet and other key positions, celebrating discriminating against transgender students, eliminating protections for LGBTQ people in federal policy, and censoring, this really gets me, censoring accurate LGBTQ history from government resources and sites like the Stonewall National Monument. So it's that monument that's across the street from the Stonewall Inn where the first brick was thrown in New York, no longer includes the word transgender. They changed it to not include the T in LGBTQ. They've also attempted to defund HIV research, which is only not going through because it's held up in the courts. They arrested a gay asylum seeker without cause and sent him to a really scary prison in El Salvador. They attempted deep cuts to programs supporting LGBTQ people domestically and abroad. Also, hasn't gone through because it's stuck in the courts. And get this, in Trump's address to Congress in March, it included 1,500 words targeting the LGBTQ people. He spent 8 minutes talking about us. Meanwhile, he only spent 975 words on jobs and affordability. He only spent 9 seconds speaking on the subject of jobs. So it shows you where his priorities are. Also, I just want to make sure that you understand that. So the Supreme Court this week decided to allow the government to go ahead with firing trans service members in the military while that issue works its way through court. But I want to clear something up. It's not happening because they're claiming that there's an issue with unit cohesion. That's not a thing. They're not doing it because they're claiming it's too expensive to treat people with gender dysphoria and covering their health care. That's not the thing. Basically, they're only firing trans service members because they're basically claiming that to identify as trans is inherently a lie, which makes someone immoral, dishonest, and they don't pass muster enough to be in the service of the U.S. military. So remember this, when someone tries to explain this away as something to do with the practical need of the military, it really only hinges on assuming that trans people, by identifying as trans, are lying. The LGBTQ community deserves better. Make sure everybody you know who supports Trump knows that.